Yeah, I already know a lot of people are scared, I think, to review this movie because of what this film is talking about. This is the movie even Jeremy Johns reviewed, and Twitter is like calling him all these names and everything. It's so bad that critics on Rotten Tomatoes don't even want to give this movie a review, even though the audiences seem to love it. So, yeah, I really had to check this movie out now.
I'm not afraid.
Hey guys, welcome to another review. Welcome to my review for Am I Racist? This is the new Daily Wire Matt Walsh movie. Matt Walsh also did a movie a couple years ago called What is a Woman, which I did watch on YouTube. Someone put the whole movie on YouTube. Did watch that movie, didn't review it, but I have seen that movie. And this one seemed interesting, to say the least. If you're all familiar with who Matt Walsh is, he is a conservative YouTuber, commentator on, well, YouTube, and he works for the Daily Wire. So that alone gives this movie a lot of controversy because the Daily Wire is a very controversial site, very controversial channel, and all the people who work for the Daily Wire are all very controversial people because they're all right wing Republicans and Trump supporters and stuff. So very religious. So they're either very loved or very hated. And when they release a movie, the movie is never judged by how good it is or the quality of the movie. It is judged of the Daily Wire and who made it. So yeah, I can't take anyone's advice on this movie. You basically just have to go see it and just form your own opinion. Is it offensive? Is it funny? Is it good? Is it well made? Like, does it have something meaningful to say? Just don't judge it off of who made it and what the Daily Wire is. Just go see it as a movie. And that's what I did. That's what I do with all movies. And the movie, Am I Racist? It's pretty darn funny. It is funny. And that's what it's there for. It's meant to be a troll movie. It is Matt Walsh trolling a bunch of people who are in favor of like DEI and affirmative action and stuff. And he asks actually a lot of legit questions of why does all these people that are supporting this, why does every waking second of their lives is all about race? And why is the world so badly focused on race? And it's not even about equality, it's all about race. This is about race. This is about race. Everything's about race. And he basically plays a troll in these movies about a guy who is very extreme left wing and he's like trying to center his whiteness and stuff. And it is funny because he is trolling mostly left leaning people, of course, because a lot of left leaning have those opinions. It is basically Borat, but a conservative Borat. But Borat's loved because people like Borat. I like Borat. The first Borat movie is hilarious. It is funny. Sacha Baron Cohen is top notch in that movie. That movie is great. And then the sequel, Borat, very heavily political. Sacha Baron Cohen is very political. He's very left wing, and he really wanted to make a movie insulting conservatives, and people loved it. Critics loved that. I have no problem with him insulting conservatives. I just wish the jokes were funnier and more edgier and more creative, like it was with the first film. Because the first film, he goes balls to the wall crazy. Second one, he really tamed down because he's appeasing the progressives. This one, Matt Walsh is teasing and making fun of, obviously, that side of the political spectrum. And most critics and most people in the industry are left leaning, so they're not happy about this movie. They are disgusted by this movie and they're calling Matt Walsh all these names and stuff. And they are boycotting this movie, even though the movie is doing well. It's made money. It's a $3 million budget movie, and it's made its money back and then some. It's doing better than some like high budgeted action movies. Like, even though they're on a bandwagon to boycott the movie and insulting anyone who reviews it, the movie is doing well, and it has good ratings and the audience score. And even very few critics who have reviewed it have liked it, and the YouTubers who have reviewed it all liked it. Barely anyone's talking negative about this movie. The only people that are saying negative things about the movie are people who haven't seen the movie. And I think you can enjoy this movie whether you're left or right, left wing or right wing, because the movie does have a message, but the movie in its core is meant to be funny. He is trolling people and he is making jokes at people and making fun of a lot of the stupidity of people's extremisms in their political beliefs. And it's funny. It is funny, and it's a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor, which is a humor I get because I have a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor. And I'm not really Republican, really. I consider myself a centrist, maybe center right, maybe more conservative than liberal. So obviously the jokes aren't as triggering for me. But if the movie wasn't funny, I would have called it a spade and say, this shit ain't funny. I did see a few Daily Wire movies, and some of them aren't very good. Was that Run, Hide, Fight? I didn't think that was a very good movie. The only one I liked was the Gina Carano movie, the Western one, Terror on the Prairie. That was pretty good. Even Shut-In wasn't that great. Lady Bowlers wasn't good either. So, like, they've made shitty movies. This is coming from someone who does lean kind of conservative, and they made some shit-ass movies. But I thought What is a Woman was an interesting, kind of insightful film, and this one was funny. And it does tackle questions that we should be challenging. And it's intriguing. And what he does in this movie, Matt Walsh, is very enjoyable and entertaining to watch. Even if you are left wing, even when you are political on whatever left or right, you can make fun of yourselves. Like, when you're conservative, it's so easy to make fun of the Conservative Party. When you're liberal, it's so easy to make fun of the Liberal Party. You don't have to be too attached to your parties. You don't have to live and die by the beliefs of a left and right. Sometimes you can just watch something and just have a good laugh about it. And this is what this movie is. And you shouldn't be afraid to review it. You shouldn't be afraid to say this movie sucks. And you shouldn't be afraid to say this movie's good. It has nothing to do with you as a person. It's just you going to watch a movie and enjoying for what it is. And this is a funny movie. It's a funny documentary about a man trolling people with extreme beliefs and ideologies. And I had a good time with it. It's not a masterpiece. It's not the best documentary I've ever seen. It's not as funny as the first Bull Rat, but it's funnier than the second one. It's funnier than Bruno and other Sacha Baron Cohen kind of movies. It's a good time. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Am I Racist? I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Had a good time with it. I'd probably definitely watch it again and show a couple of my buddies. They'll probably think this movie's a lot of fun. So yeah. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this movie is offensive? Or do you think this movie's hilarious? Do you think all people should watch this movie? Or do you think it should be boycotted out of theaters? Let me know. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, for this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Enjoy the dark side.